Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like the T.I. is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is a Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 8, which happened, I think it's been about a week ago. Uh, it first started off with Lakeisha, Akikishia, and Maria meeting up for lunch. Well, Marie meeting up for lunch, and as they were meeting up for lunch, uh, Letitia asked Akikishia how does she feel about the little get together or little the little get together a party that Tambra had set up for them to try to reconnect with the girls and to get Akikishia to get a better understanding of the ladies in the ladies group. And Akisha said that she was a little disappointed in Tambria because the way Letitia and Marie said that Tambria was saying stuff behind Akisha's back about Akisha saying that she hoped the ladies in the groups look similar, look pretty and look similar to her, even though she didn't use the word pretty or ugly and stuff like that. And then that's when Letitia said, but the way Tamara was telling us that you said that she hoped that there's some ladies in the group that look like her. And she said, even though she didn't say the word ugly, that's what it meant to us. And she was saying, I was just so disappointed because I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that, Latrice, the way Tambria said it. And if Tambria's gonna be saying stuff behind my back that I didn't say, then I have to give her a side eye. And then after that, Latrice told Akisha about how the security guard was called up on them while she was talking to Damon, and Akisha said, "What? When did this happen?" And stuff like that. And Letitia told her that at that time you wasn't there and you had left Akisha, so you didn't see it. She said, but it was after the runway show and stuff. She said, I was over there trying to talk to Demond, trying to explain to Demond that my friend, my decorator friend, Tyisha, was the one that said they had an emotional relationship, and I just wanted to find out what was going on. And she was saying before Demond slash Greedy could even answer the question. The security guard came over there with Tambria and ushered them away so fast it wasn't even funny. And then Marie said, "Yeah, I was wondering what was going on too." And some of the rest of the ladies at the thing, and she was saying, what it is, I just want to move on from the drama." And then in a confessional, Akisha said, "If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't." She said, "But I don't like nobody lying on me." She said, "I'm gonna have to look at." She said, "I'm still good. I'm still good with Tamara, but I'm gonna have to watch her. I'm gonna have to watch her. I'm gonna have to give her a side. I'm gonna have to watch her since she said that, since she did this to me." And then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was with Marie, and Marie. Hold up a minute. Let me get some water. I'm back. The next scene is when Tamara met up with Damon for lunch, and they both got to talking. And then Tamara was telling Damon that Lakeisha told her that her friend, that her decorated friend Tyisha had an emotional relationship with him. And she said, "Damon, did you really have an emotional relationship with with Tyisha or anything like that?" He said, "Well, you already asked me this question." She said, "But I just want to know because the girls wants to know." And he was saying, "No, I told you." Tyisha is lying. Tyisha is lying. He said, we were childhood friends and stuff. But back in high school and stuff, off and on. And that's the only reason why I knew her. And I know you knew her too. Tamara. She said, "Yeah, but that was high school stuff, and I didn't know her that well and stuff." He said, "Well, nah, ain't nothing going on. She just lying. She just lying for clout. She just lying on me." And then she said, That's all I want. That's all I wanted to know. Damon. I just wanted to make sure that everything was clear. So next time the girls ask me, but what is, I really just wants to move on from this, move on from this. He said, okay, and then it switched back, and then switched back to the next scene where Akikishia, Marie, and Letitia was still talking at the table, and Marie was telling Akikishia that she thought everything was all right with Damon, because the way Damon told them, after the runway show, that he had nothing to do with Tyisha, and it was all Tyisha. And Tyisha was lying. She said she thought everything. She thought everything was okay. So that's why when Tambra said what she said, at that little luncheon they had, everybody was surprised. And Akikishia said, "Yeah, I was surprised too." And she was saying, I knew something was going on between Tyisha and what you call, back in the day, a long time ago and stuff. And she was saying, we were all childhood friends, me and Damon and Tambra, and also the Tyisha woman. We all know each other in high school. We always around certain circles. Akikishia was saying, and she was saying, "Oh, by the way, ladies, I'm gonna have like a little party or a little banquet type thing, and I want to invite all the ladies, because it's gonna be the who's who's of Mississippi." And Akikishia said, I'm coming." Marie said, I'm coming," and then it switched to the next scene. And the next scene was back to Damon and Tamara. And Tamara said, "Well, Damon, I just want to move on from this drama. We need to get back to us." And he said, "Yeah, we sure do need to get back to us." And he said, "By the way, what would you think about moving in with me?" She said, "Moving in with you?" And he said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well," he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yes, since we're getting ready to start having a baby together." And she said, "Well, yeah, I know we're working on trying to have a child together." But she said, "Damon, first I need a ring. I need a ring before I can move in with somebody." And Damon said, "Well, we don't need to." And she said, "We don't need to be rushing into stuff." And Damon said, "Well, we're trying to start a family and stuff, and I think moving in together would be a good thing." Say, "Like I said, Damon, I need a ring." And he said, "Well, okay, I'll think about it." Damon really don't want to give Tyisha no ring, and stuff like that, because I think even like Keisha said at one time that you've been with this man off and on for what, 12, 13, 14 years. He ain't gave you no ring yet. It was switched to the next scene. And the next scene was So Gucci giving her daughter D a baby shower, and she invited the family and friends, and she invited Latrice. And Latrice came with a nice gift and stuff like that. And so Latrice asked Dee how many months she was. And she said, "Well, I'm 8.5." Said, "Oh, you 8.5? It's almost time for the baby to come." She said, "Yeah." And then the next thing you know, so Gucci was saying, "Well, you had a baby shower, Latrice. Maybe about you being around at this baby shower and around these babies and around these kids, maybe you might warm up to wanting to have a baby." She said, "Well, I don't know. Next thing you know, JJ rolled up with a car, bumping up, beep, 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 a white car. And so he had like a pink bow on it. And then Didi ran to the car and she said, "Oh, Daddy, you bought me this." He said, "Yeah." And she was so happy that So Gucci and her dad had bought her a car, because she said she needed a car. She needed a bigger car. And then so while she was in the car driving around, So Gucci had told Latrice. She said, "Latrice, why don't you go and sit in the mama's chair for a little while, and maybe you'll get a little bit closer." And then JJ said, "Oh yeah, let me take a picture. Let me take the picture. Clip need to see this. Clip need to see this." And then next thing you know, JJ say, "Come over here, come over here." So one of his cousins had a brand new baby, like she's about 3 or 4 months old. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, let Latrice hold her." Latrice say, "Well, yeah, okay." He said, "Yeah, you hold her like this, Latrice." Latrice got her. And then So Gucci said, "You warming up to it now, Latrice?" She said, yeah, I'm warming up to it a little bit. She said, I'm in a confessional. She said, I'm used to being with a baby at least for 24 minutes, not for 24 hours a day. And then she said, you ain't warmed up to it yet, Latrice. So Gucci was telling her, she said, "Nah, not yet. I'm still I'm still not interested in having a baby right now." And so after that, JJ said, "Well, Gucci, you and Latrice need to think about working on another baby, cause I need a little boy." And so Gucci said, "The only thing I'm working on is millions." And then it switched to the next scene. And the next scene, ooh, I need some more water. I'm back now. Marie invited the ladies to her grand opening of her opioid clinic, and she invited all of the ladies. And then the ladies started showing up. I think Letitia showed up first, and she showed up first, and then Latrice, and then all the rest of the ladies came in, and then Tambra came in. And so Marie said that she was just so happy, and she made a little speech, and she told Essie that she was happy that she was a business partner, and she wouldn't want anybody else to be a business partner, and they're going to open up 5 new opioid clinics. But this was the first opioid clinic opening, and she had like a little celebration there. And then the next thing you know, Marie said, "I got a surprise guest." Next thing you know, she brought out Tyisha. And when she brought out Tyisha, Tamara was looking kind of funny. Tamara was looking kind of funny, but before she brought out her, they were all like in a little group, and so they were asking Tamara what went on. Why did the security guard come and escort her and Demond? And she's talking about, well, that was part of the radio plan. The radio always have security for me, and that's my private security and stuff like that. And so that's why, because I have to have security around me at all times. And then Latrice said, and she turned her head, and in a confession, she said, "Yeah, Tamara is full of bull. She just didn't want us talking to Demond." And then after that, the girls kind of went back in the friend group, and then that's when Marie introduced Tyisha. And once Tyisha showed up, Tamara looked all kind of funny, and then Marie made the introductions, and the next thing you know, Tamara was getting up. She went over to the side, and she told Marie, nice for you inviting me, but I got to go. And Marie said, "Why you got to go?" She said, I just have to go. I just have to go. And then Tyisha said, "Well, Tamara, why come you don't want to be in the same room with me? You've been saying a lot of stuff about me behind my back. Why come you can't say it in my face?" And as Tamara was walking out the door, then Tamara said, you a liar, Tyisha, and you a clout chaser. I have to go." And then in a confessional, Tambria, she wasn't gonna address that situation with Demond Greedy, because he was not there, and she didn't want to have anything to do with what you call. And so switched back to the scene, and then Lakeisha told Marie, she said, "Marie, if I would have known that you were gonna invite Tyisha, I would have gave you a heads up and told you not to invite Tyisha, because of the situation that went on between them and Demond, which is Greedy." And Marie said, "I thought all that situation was handled after the runway party. That's why I invited her. I had no problem inviting her, because I always been working with her. She's been my favorite decorator and designer." And she said, "I was just going to give you a heads up and stuff like that." And then so she said, "Well, I guess." And then all the girls looking kind of funny and stuff. And then Akikishia said, "Well, I gotta leave too." She said, "But what it is, I'm gonna invite all y'all ladies, because I'm having some kind of party, a get together for the who's of Mississippi, and I want all y'all ladies to come." And then the next scene showed where the ladies were showing up, and Letitia showed up first, and then, like I said, the rest of the ladies, and Letitia said, "Ooh, I like her decorations, I like her decor and stuff like that." So all the ladies sat down, and then Akikishia was telling the ladies her plans for Ferris Street. She said she wants to bring a bar to Ferris Street like they have in New York, and she said she wants to include all of the ladies, and in our Ferris Street project. She wants Goddess Beauties to be in one section, and Letitia Enterprise in one section, and then Tyshia said in her confessional, she said, Akikishia didn't include me in her plans. She said, that's all right. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. She said, but what it is, I got my own plans for Ferris Street too. She said, but I gotta watch Akikishia because she didn't put me in her plans. But what it is, I'm not gonna be too upset because this is for Ferris Street, and the project the project is bigger and better than me. So I'm all for supporting women and women's empowerment. And then the scene in and the show ended. All in all, episode 8 was good. I'll do a separate video with episode 9. The first reunion is coming up this Friday. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tell us like a TI is. I am out.